Hello, WP TV. Welcome, Alys and David. My name is David Henderson. I'm the Global Corporate Affairs Director at WPP, and I'm an executive sponsor of Unite. For those of you who don't know yet, Unite is the new LGBTQ plus organization for WPP. It's a new community, and it's launching this month during Pride. David, you're the Deputy Head of Planning at the Partnership, one of WPP's creative agencies, and Alys, you're the Head of Programmatic at Kinetic, which is part of the Group M company. And you both managed to create this organization, Unite. Can you tell us a bit about what it's about and how did it start and where is it going? David.
At the beginning of last year, a group of LGBTQ people from across the different agencies and parts of WPP's business got together and started building an LGBTQ community for everyone who works at any part of WPP. We realized that there was a lot of brilliant activity and lots of effort and progress happening all over the WPP network, but it was kind of locked away within individual agencies and businesses, and not much of it was finding its way to the LGBTQ people across WPP who'd really benefit from it. There was a lot of smart, passionate teams of people working really hard to make stuff happen within their individual agencies, but all our efforts felt slightly disconnected. We felt there was more that we could do to join the dots up a bit, and we could share, support, and learn from one another as a wider LGBTQ community. That's where the idea for the name Unite came from.
Excellent. And Alys, where do you think it's going?
I think one of the really exciting things about this is to provide people with the opportunity and the resources to really scale up what they're doing. So kind of really harness some of the great work that's going on with the likes of Group M and Ogilvy's and lots of other organisations, and help build out that community, scale it all up, and just to kind of connect what's working really well and build on those successes for kind of all of WPP.
Fantastic. As you'll both know, Mark Reed, our Chief Executive Officer, recently said that creative, inclusive workplaces where everyone can feel respected and represented and heard is an essential component of our business strategy and crucial to unlock the creative talent on which our work thrives. I'm guessing you both agree with that, no argument there, but I'd be really interested in why you think it's important to be yourself at our workplaces. Alys.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely crucial, really. Being comfortable to be who you are in the workplace is really a key part of having a positive and connected experience while you're there. We know from research kind of a third of LGBT folks kind of have hidden parts of themselves for fear of discrimination, which isn't great. Kind of when you're putting that sort of energy into kind of considering who you are or being anxious about that, it means that you're less able to connect with kind of your peers and your colleagues around you, which is a less good experience for you and your colleagues. But it also means that we're not able to put as much of that energy into kind of the wider work and the other pieces that are going around us. So it's really important for both individuals to feel comfortable, welcome and happy in their roles, as well as to be able to put all of that energy into doing brilliant work.
David, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you feel secure and confident enough to be yourself throughout your career, you have better relationships with your colleagues, your clients, your agency, and yourself. I think you think better, you forge stronger relationships with your peers, deeper attachment to your work, and simply put, I think you just have much better ideas. And I mean, I work at the Partnership, which is a creative agency, so obviously I'm going to be biased, but I think creativity really is what sets our industry apart. It's our competitive advantage. So feeling you need to hide who you are at work has an eroding effect on your creativity and the power of your ideas. Therefore, it has an impact on the work you're creating.
I totally agree. I've been at WPP for almost 10 years, and over that time, I've always felt able to be myself. But to be honest, it has been challenging with some clients who don't necessarily agree. And in some parts of the world in which we work, we know we operate in over 110 countries. There's often a very different experience for LGBTQ plus people in those parts of the world than there can be in others. And what I'm really excited about is Unite giving the support and capability for our company to ensure that everyone, everywhere in the world, ultimately can feel safe to be themselves in any situation, be that in the company or with our clients. I think Unite really does offer us a great opportunity to start doing this and has huge potential. I'm wondering, David and Alys, could you tell us how people can get involved, how they can show their support, and where they can find out more?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, a growing group of us have been hard at work for a while now. We're dreaming big, and we've got lots of plans and ambitions for where Unite could go. But its most important first step is really engaging with LGBTQ people across WPP and the communities across our different agencies. So to start that, we've created a playbook which helps people understand how they could connect with and build up the Unite community and all the different ways they could bring it to life within their agency or their business. So we suggest people find that on the Unite page on Inside WPP and download it and take a look. We've created a really striking brand identity for Unite that we feel people will love and really want to engage with. And we've started to build up our bank of resources, useful information, inspiration, and what it means to be queer and working in the industry, and case studies for great inclusive work. With everything we're doing, we're just really keen to keep it as open as possible, which I think reflects in the way we've been thinking about Pride season in particular as well.
Absolutely. What about you, Alys?
Absolutely. Just kind of picking up on what David mentioned around Pride season, kind of the wider team have been working really hard on pulling together a series of kind of events and talks, some online, kind of some in person, depending on what people are comfortable with. And these are touching on kind of the wider elements of LGBTQ plus life. So moving kind of a little bit beyond celebrating Pride in the parade and identifying and teasing out the really important discussions around other elements of life, whether that be around kind of mental health, intersectionality, the multiple identities that we all share, and to wider elements like spirituality and how does that work with the wider LGBTQ plus community. So we know it's been kind of a very difficult year for lots of folks. The pandemic has caused lots of challenges. So we've put together this series of events that are open to everybody, every agency. Come on in, like see what works for you, what times work for you, and get involved that way. It's running over June and July, and it's the more the merrier, all are welcome.
That's fantastic. I think that's a really important point about intersectionality, and that Unite from the very get-go is understanding the idiosyncratic differences that we can all have and each have in our experiences in the world, and that this organization is going to understand that as it welcomes and designs programs for people to participate. I have to say, I saw the branding identity this morning and I was blown away. I don't often do this, but I actually had a bit of a tear in my eye. I think it's really powerful and really well done. And what I love about it is it's been designed and built by WPP colleagues. And it's, to my view, it's really the best example of the sort of work that we're giving to our clients day in, day out. So I hope whenever you see it, you have the same experience as I did. And I'm really looking forward to Unite as it gets going. Just in terms of the next coming weeks and months, Alys, what's sort of top of your list of the things most exciting you?
I think for me, it's really building that community feeling across all the kind of wider committee and the new folks that we're hoping to get on board. So beginning to build out that cross-agency community and understanding, the great work that's going on, where we can scale that up and how we can help folks maybe overcome a few little bumps they've found in the way.
David?
I think I'm really looking forward to Pride Month being over, because I think that's when the real work and the great opportunities actually start. And I think I'm really looking forward to people seeing where the idea for all of this has come from. That idea and that name Unite really sums it up. It's creative strategists, account managers, media planners, project managers, technologists, HR and finance, designers, all of different identities, genders, agencies and businesses uniting to support one another and make an impact, much like we know happens when the different parts of the LGBTQ community come together and support one another: lesbian, asexual, trans, bisexual, gay, intersex. That's when our community is at its strongest and most vibrant, and I'm hoping that that's what people will start realizing from Unite.
I completely agree. I have to say, I know this is starting in the UK, and it's really fantastic, the work that's been done there. I'm really excited about spreading this internationally, and I know work's happening at the moment in other parts of the world, and I'm confident in a few years' time we can have it spread pretty much everywhere, which will be an amazing thing for the company and for everyone who works in it and with us. Thanks very much, both. Look forward to seeing the next couple of weeks as it all unfolds, and that's a wrap.